Welcome to part 2 of how I edited this photo. In part 1, I shared how I took this raw photo and used Photoshop to turn it into this, but my editing isn't done until we make the final touches in Lightroom. I start by making basic tweaks to things like exposure and lighting, and I added some grain as well for texture. Then I move on to color. I like my images to really pop, so I pull up the vibrance and I play with the saturation and hue of individual colors too. And the point color feature in Lightroom is a new favorite step of mine. I used the eyedropper tool to select the backdrop color, and I tweaked it so that it looked less pink and more plum to match my sweater. My next step is applying adaptive presets, which are one-click changes that save you time from having to manually create masks yourself, so I always use them in my workflow. For this image, I used darken eyebrows, enhance portrait, texture hair, and enhance clothes. And finally, I created a linear gradient mask to darken the tabletop in the foreground, and the object selection mask to select my hands and bring back some warmth in my skin tone. And now I'm done editing this photo. Photoshop and Lightroom are both powerhouses for editing, but when I combine them together in my workflow is when I make the most magic. Follow the Lightroom account for more tutorials like this.